Hi everyone, hope you're all well. I'm back at one of my favourite ruins in Cyprus, the Sanctuary of Aphrodite at Kouklia, just outside of Paphos. I've done videos on this before, but I absolutely love this place. So I love going around. I always learn something new every time I come, which is great. So what I'm going to do on this video today is give you 10 fun facts. It's up to you how much you determine whether or not they're fun. But I'll give you 10 facts anyway about Aphrodite and see how many of them that you knew before. So some of them will relate to this actual sanctuary itself, some will be a little bit more generic. So of course this site actually predates the worship of Aphrodite. It dates back to the Chalcolithic period, about 3900 BC. So it's one of the oldest recorded sites in history, really. See how many of the 10 facts that you knew about Aphrodite. Okay, let's start off with a really easy one. So, fun fact number 1. According to legend, Aphrodite was born from the sea foam around the coast of Cyprus. There is a rock, Petra to Romeo, which is about 15 kilometers north of here, where it's alleged that she was born. Cyprus is the birthplace of the goddess Aphrodite herself, but everybody knew that. You knew that one. Okay, let's give you something a little bit more obscure for fact number 2. So this sanctuary is known as the Sanctuary of Aphrodite, but actually there was a fertility goddess that was worshipped here that predates Aphrodite, before about 1500 BC, and that goddess wasn't really about love or beauty at all. It was more about fertility. So there you go. So a lot of the myths that we know about that come from ancient Greece rarely have a kind of single source of truth. They're often about interpretations or versions, and they're often spun by storytellers such as Homer, you know, to portray a particular narrative. So it's very difficult. I suppose you take your own truths from some of these myths, which is interesting. Fact number 3, I've mentioned Homer, very famous for recounting the story of the Trojan War and the wrath of Achilles, as well as Odysseus's homecoming and all his adventures. But Homer actually mentions this particular site and Aphrodite, obviously, many times, referring to Aphrodite as the goddess of Cyprus. So yeah, it gets a mention in both the Iliad and the Odyssey. Yeah, how famous is that, to have your birthplace cited by Homer? Okay, fun fact number 4. During the Roman period, so after the Greeks had long since departed, this was very much a spot for tourism. So a lot of these buildings that you can see around the sanctuary were kind of like ancient travel inns or premier inns for Roman tourists that came to look at the wonders of what would have seemed like, you know, centuries past, ancient history to them, you know, the ancient Greek ruins. So it's interesting to think that, you know, there are tourists here for thousands of years, way before me, and it makes me wonder, you know, will there be tourists looking back on our culture thinking, God, you know, they were so antiquated and ancient. Anybody watching this now thinking that? It's weird, isn't it? Fun fact number, I'm losing track of the numbers, I think it's number 5. Okay, I mentioned that some of these ruins around the sanctuary were Roman. There's one wall that dates back to the megalithic period, so it's absolutely thousands of years old, dating back before the Roman period. And I just want to show you this wall because I think it's described as having cyclopean masonry, which, let's go on to fun fact number 6. A lot of the ancient palaces around Greece in particular, so at Mycenae, at Pylos, Tiryns, places like that, were built with cyclopean masonry, and the idea is that it was giant cyclopses that hefted these massive chunks of rock. Look at this, look at this. So there you go, I'm touching what a one-eyed cyclops once touched, if you are to believe it. But look at these rocks, they are absolutely huge. And you think about the kind of technology that the ancients would have had back then, you know, even if they weren't cyclopses, they were pulling these around on like pulleys or using pack animals to shift these things. Must have taken an immense amount of strength and engineering to have done that. Incredible. Okay, fun fact number 7. Thousands of years ago, this site was actually next to a lagoon and ships could come in here and dock, but now it's all dry land. And if I show you, you can see the Med from here, but it's about a kilometre or so out. Can you see that? So yeah, originally this was the site of ancient Pathos, or Paleopathos as it's called in Greek. So Pathos as we understand it today is about 10-15 kilometres south of here, but the geography has changed. So there you go, you can see the Med in the distance. Imagine those shores lapping up to the actual sanctuary itself. Incredible. Fun fact number 8. How many have you got so far, by the way? Are you still with me? Fun fact number 8. I could not bring you here and not show you one of the mosaics, because that's what Cyprus and Pathos in particular is famous for. Now, the one I'm going to show you is very famous. It's called Leda and the Swan, and the original is in the Paleopathos Museum that way, but they don't like you filming inside the museum. So what I'm going to do is take you to a copy of the mosaic, which is just up this path, and I'll show you that one. So a bit of background to the mosaic. It depicts Zeus, king of the gods, in swan form. He often used to shape change into animals to get his wicked way with mortal women that took his fancy. And it depicts Zeus in swan form pinching at Leda's robe before he ravishes her, I suspect. But Leda was the mother of Helen, the face that launched 1,000 ships in the Trojan War that I was talking about earlier. So a very famous person, and we're just about there. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can have a good look at this. Let's just have a look. There you go. Let's have a closer look. So this is just the copy, and it dates to 2nd, 3rd century AD, so this would have been the Roman period. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, fun fact number 9. So where I'm walking now, I mentioned Paleopathos being the ancient Pathos, the capital of Cyprus. I'm actually walking on the ruins of an ancient city. So it does always interest me to think that beneath my very feet there could be ruins that have not yet been uncovered. We live in hope. I mean, things are being revealed at Pompeii all the time. So who knows, you know, there might be more of this. So what we've got now, it might just be, you know, the foundations and some of the mosaics that have been recreated. But there's probably a lot more history, a lot more under my feet. It makes you think about it. Okay, I'm going to try and take you into the Paleopathos Museum, and I'll see if I can capture the kind of central stone, or the Bible, where the original fertility goddess was worshipped. So this would have been the original sacred stone. So don't imagine any fancy kind of marble, beautiful white goddess of beauty kind of statue. It's nothing like that. It's a chthonic kind of block of black stone, and it looks quite ominous, to be honest. So imagine people worshipping that. This is, again, predates the goddess of love, the goddess of beauty idea. It's more about fertility. So I'm going to try and show you that, and that's going to be fun fact number 10. But I'll see if I can get the camera in just to get a quick shot. We'll see. God, it's a lovely day. I love this central courtyard here. It's beautiful. One thing here behind me as well, there's a TV room with a looped video playing of Aphrodite. I think I showed it you in my previous video. I'll put a link in. But yeah, that gives you some more information about Aphrodite and her origins. Some of the points I took for this vlog. Okay, so I'm in the Pathos Museum. So apologies if it's a little bit dark, but I wanted to show you the cult statue that I mentioned in fun fact number 10. So can you see it? There it is. That's the Bible. So it's a large kind of block of black-green volcanic stone, thought to be the symbol of Aphrodite. And it's described as aconical, which means it's without kind of, or aniconic, which means it's without figural representation, i.e. it's not in the shape of a person, but it's a pretty impressive block. And there's a little picture underneath there that you can also see. Okay, let's just have a look at some of the other things, because lots of tourists are in and out of here. I don't know waffle on when there's other people, but there's a inscription here of Agapeno, who was one of the ancient kings of Cyprus, and it talks about his daughter Ahetemi as well. There's people coming in. And look at that for a huge storage jar. What must they have kept in that? And there's also a bath, which is incredibly small. Maybe it was only children that had baths in ancient Pathos. Yeah, so that's all 10 of my fun facts. It's funny, normally when I come here there's absolutely nobody here. Today it's been absolutely quite busy, although you can't see anybody at the moment. Oh, hello. Got a little cat. There's a visitor. Do you want to get on camera? I'm going to have to show you this cat. It is not going to let me. Can you see it? He wants to play. He wants to play. He wants to be in the video, don't you? Hang on a sec. Let's have a look. Look at this little thing. Hey, no biting. No biting. Okay. Yeah, normally when I come here, I'm going to get so distracted by this cat now. Normally there's nobody here, so it's fine to do the vlog and just chat about it. But yeah, it's been a bit more challenging today, but I've enjoyed it. The sun's starting to come out now, it's getting quite warm, but hopefully it's given you a bit of a snapshot about the Sanctuary of Aphrodite. And yeah, I could definitely recommend a visit. It's one of the, I think, one of the better ancient sites on the island, although it is spoilt. There's so many good places to go, like the Tomb of the Kings at Pathos, House of the Mosaics, Kouklia, Salamis, the list goes on really, but it's up there, it's in my top 2. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's any other fun facts about Aphrodite. I'm tormenting the cat. Fun facts about Aphrodite that I didn't include in the video. I'm sure there are lots of them. And yeah, I'll catch you next time. See you later.